Hello everyone, and welcome to World of Warcraft. It's been a while, I'm very rusty, but without any further ado, Add-Ons. So a lot of you that haven't seen Add-Ons or don't know anything about Add-Ons, or... I mean, I'm sure there might be one or two of you, probably not though. But yes, this is going to look very different to you. This is a complete... ElvUI is a complete user interface replacement add-on for World of Warcraft. So this is all ElvUI. Everything you see is ElvUI. Apart from that, this is not. But ElvUI is everything else. So ElvUI lets you just basically change the basic look of how you want everything to be set up. So if I go to toggle anchors, ignore some things up here. I think this still works and this still works, but I'm pretty sure everything else over here is turned off. So this is everything you see. Here's my raid frames. These are my bars. This is just extra stuff. Here are my frames, my player, my target, my focus. If I was on like a warlock or something, I might have my pet frame somewhere. Normally I have something here, but I can't remember. But I'm still going to add add-ons to this. But for now, this is ElvUI. ElvUI is... Oh, pardon me. ElvUI is a just basic reskin of the general, as we know it today, World of Warcraft skin. It's highly customizable. So as you can see, if I toggle anchors, I don't want to move around anything, so I got it pretty. Objectives. There you go. See, look, I can move this around where I wanted it to. As you can see from my UI, my player frames are down here. I think by default they're up here, aren't they? They're up here somewhere. But I like to have things down here to see them, and it's good. So a lot of people might be asking why would you have a new UI? Because the vanilla one, it's a pain. It is a pain. For example, keybinds. A lot of you won't remember this, but do you remember you had to go to key bindings, you had to go down to here, you had to find your action bars. Oh god, it was such a ball ache. Well, now you go to your action bars in here, your keybind, and that is it. That is done. So say 1, I don't want it to be that anymore. I want it to be... I won't change it actually, but yes, so I've unkeybound that from 1. Now I no longer have a backstab. I go to keybinds, I press 1, I press save. Now I have a backstab. Simple as can be. I use a Razor Naga, so my stealth is number 1 on the buttons. My number 2 is Cloak of Shadows. My number 3 is Vanish, and then my number 4 is Shadow Step. Just simple things that easy as can be. I don't really keybind a lot on the Naga because I don't think I'm comfortable with it yet. I like to do 1, 2, 3, 4, but the middle buttons I generally struggle with. But keybinding is great. If you're a clicker, try and get into keybinding. So a lot of people might be wondering, how do you get ElvUI? You cannot download ElvUI off Curse. You have to go on to TuckUI and press ElvUI and download it and put it into your add-ons that way through your programs. If there are other videos from other people if you want to check out. If you want to see me do it, leave in the comments. I will happily as can be show you how to download it, how to put it in your files, and then if you want, if you really want, at some point I'll do another video and I will completely make a new UI for everyone and I'll show you how you do it. But basically you can turn certain things on. So this is bar 1. I can disable it, enable it. A backdrop just means that it gets this background, which it's just not needed. I've put this up here just because I like to see timers for that. So I can see that I'm in stealth because I can see my bars have changed. But yes, that's just another place for me to do more key bindings, I guess. I did have this here so I could see the timer, but because I used Tell Me When, I can see that it's been active. I'll talk about Tell Me When in a minute. But for starters, we're talking about ElvUI. ElvUI is just basic, it's standard, it's just a reskin of everything. I highly recommend it. If you're lazy and like me and you don't really want to sit down and download piece by piece your own little add-ons and make your own UI, and you just want something really fast that's just going to work, get ElvUI, it's brilliant. Another one that I really liked is... is it on my computer? I have no idea what it's called. LUI. LUI is I'm not going to put LUI on. It's very different. If your another thing, if you have a computer that's a bit, say you're struggling with WoW at the moment, say you can't really raid properly because you have massive frame rate drops, but you're still doing dailies and stuff and dungeons, and you want a UI, don't get ElvUI. ElvUI will, it's quite, it's a pain. It's awkward to run, but it is still, I still love ElvUI. But I used LUI for a long time. If any of you are familiar with Towley, he uses LUI. I like LUI. It's a really, really good UI. I've recently changed to ElvUI. So I've talked about ElvUI long enough. Let's talk about Scada. Now Scada are these two things down here. This is healing. This is damage. That's it. That's all it does. Just shows you what you do for your fights. So I'll get other people down here. So I'd get like, say this is like, this would show you the top. So because I'm the only person, I am the top person. If I had 4 other people here and I was third, I would be the third person. I wouldn't be top. For example, it just gives you in what order people are doing the best damage. I used to have this on because as raid leading, you'd often get people that would... You guys probably know that person. The person who talks an awful lot in like TeamSpeak and their DPS is really bad, and then when they're quiet, their DPS is really good. And it's good to talk and stuff like that, but if you really struggle at your rotation when you're talking, for raids it's better if you're quiet and just focus on it. But that's for hardcore raiding. I give up on hardcore raiding. It's a lot of time and effort. Social raiding is more fun. Anyway, that is Scada. That is, you just set your frames up, you can see stuff. People argue that Recount is better. I've used Recount, I've used Scada. I switched to Scada because Recount kept on crashing or something. It wouldn't run with one of my add-ons, I think. I think it was Voodoo. But yes. Another thing I should mention, this UI is completely for PvE. Do not do player versus player fighting with a UI like mine. It will not work. This is way too small for PvP in my opinion, and there's no frames here for different people. I'll do another video if you people want to see a PvP UI. I might have a go trying to make a cool one, but don't try and PvP with something like this because it won't work very well. Where was I? Scada. Scada is really simple. You can just do configure that way, or if you need to bring it up, you do Scada config. You can create a new window, and you can do lots of things with the window. You can go to different bars, the tiles, how you want it to look. You can rename it, you can lock it, move it around, change it. Simple as can be. You can have as many as you want. 1 is normally fine. I wanted 2 up because I had lots of space to fill, and yeah, but Recount, Scada, they both work fine. No problem with any of them. Some people will argue that Recount's better. I don't know. Just pick one. I don't care. They both work. Something you saw a brief bit of. Tell me when. Oh. Tell me when you just type /TMW, brings it up. Tell me when is what we call an aura display add-on or something like that. Basically, it shows you... Oops. It shows you... it highlights certain things. So if you've noticed, slice and dice. Now having to look up here continuously to see your slice and dice, it's annoying. You'll often stand in fire and die because you're having to take your eyes off your character and stuff. However, having it here is a lot better. It helps a lot. It's just good. So yeah, I highly recommend getting Tell Me When. Yeah, really simple to use. Choose a spell. So I chose Find Weakness. Units to watch. I put player and target. I don't think it would show with just target. Which is a bit weird, but normally that's a bad example. Let me go to Rupture. So Rupture. No, that's what I've done for player and target. Slice and dice. Player. There we go. So it's a buff / debuff because it's a buff is one of them. I wanted to watch the player. That's what I want to watch. It's a buff. This is important. I only want it to watch ones cast by me. If you have 3 other rogues in there and it's trying to track their slice and dice, you might find out all of a sudden, oh, I don't have slice and dice on, but it's telling me I do. That's because it's trying to track another rogue. So, important. Show timer text, show ElvUI timer text, just lets you see the timers, so you can actually so you can actually see the timers. But yeah, that is Tell Me When, which is just handy because it's easier for setting up. It's easier for doing your rotation correctly. For example, a subtlety, it's really important to do lots of damage through your fine weakness, which you get from just being subtlety. So, I'll do a quick rotation. I think I'm doing this wrong, but yeah. And I'd rupture, and then as it goes off, I can do that, back into that, and you can see, I can see everything. And I don't have to look up here to see it. I can see that my slice of dice is about to wear off. I probably did that wrong. Uh-oh, I didn't get that. Okay. And then normally you would want to see. I'm doing this horribly. There you go. And I got that rupture on the fine weakness, which is good. But yeah, it just lets you see things. Okay, I'm rusty, guys. I'm rusty. I did like 3 different videos and I did my rotation perfectly. So yeah, I'm actually better. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. So that is. Oh, I just noticed. So that is Tell Me When. Just basically really simple to use, really easy. I'd recommend it. There are other ones, of course. There's like weak auras, power auras. They're the top, like weak auras, power auras, and Tell Me When. They're like the top 3. I've used all of them. Tell Me When is by far the easiest. Weak auras is a pain in the ass to use, in my opinion. Power auras is fine, but I feel like it's not as good. But yeah, that's just me. I like Tell Me When. So another thing you probably noticed, these are my combo points. This is called Combo Point Redux. Redux? Hang on, if I'm in combat, I don't think it will. There you go. Actually, I don't. What is the key button? I don't know how to bring it up. I'm a scrub. So I've got it locked. Oops. So yeah, this is anticipation. So of course, 1 point. You can change the colours of what you want it to look like. I've just got it set up to look like this. Simple as can be. You can change it to look different if you want. I've just got it to squares. Simple as can be. Just shows you your combo points up here. So I can see I've got 5. Now it's going blue. I've got more. Purple. I start spending stuff. Simple as can be. Brilliant add-on. I still have this shown here because I'm trying to get used to using this, but I'm still getting used to stuff. But apart from that, I believe that is everything. So if you want to see what was I going to say? If you want to see a more in-depth guide on like how to set up and how to use every one of the add-ons, message me. Leave a like, and you don't have to leave a like for me to do it for you, but just leave a comment and say, hey, how do I do this? Or I've tried downloading them and I can't, and I'll see if I can give you a hand with it. Every add-on I have on, you can... wait, hold the phone. DBM. Right, that was close. So DBM is this. This is just handy for every single boss fight ever created in the world. So what this does is that normally a boss will have... It's perfectly, it's saying here, an important interrupt that will happen. And you'll have to interrupt it. And it's good to know that it's happening then. So you know that it's Pew Pew Laser Owl is happening. So yeah, and you know that ads are going to spawn in 4 seconds. And it just gives you a moment to prepare yourself. So you wouldn't, as a rogue, for example, you wouldn't want to do Shadow Dance with all your single target stuff. And then when you've popped everything, you want to be hitting the boss with everything. And then if ads spawn, it's like, well, I've got to leave my leave my Shadow Dance with like 2 seconds left on it. It's just a DPS loss, so you wouldn't do it. But I highly recommend DBM. Really good. Simple to set up. You just kind of drag stuff around and see bar setup. You just kind of stuff and you can drag it. Oops. There you go. Oh, I don't like that changing my screen red. I'll do a bit of changing, but basically that's just DBM. There we go. Now I covered everything. Nearly forgot. I'm professional, don't worry. Yeah. So, like I said before, ElvUI you have to download from TuckUI. I'll leave a link in the description if I can find it. I should be able to. But everything else you can download from Curse. You don't have to download it from Curse. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think you do, because I know some people don't trust Curse. I've never had any problem with it. But you can you can download everything else from Curse. So I can go to my add-ons to show you. You can the custom combo points redux that I got from Curse. I often use Nug Combo Bar, which is the same thing as this, but different. Bad example. Recount, Scada, Tell Me When, Tidy Plate. Oh! Damn it! Tidy Plates. See, this is why I need bullet points to do things, and I should have done it, but I thought I'd be smart. Tidy Plates is this. This is Tidy Plates. See this? These weird plates like this? This is Tidy Plates. You basically, I have it because this shows me for one target, but if I pull this on, I can now see from clicking on them I've got combo points, which I used to have, but now they're set on use, so it doesn't matter. But the main thing I use this for, debuffing on ads, they both got Crimson Tempest on them. There we go. Sorry. Tidy Plates you just bring up by doing Tidy Plates. You can change the plate colours to be different, so for example as a tank I have them set to being blue when I have aggro on stuff and red when I don't. If you're really struggling with tanking, I recommend getting Tidy Plates Threat Plates, which give you little kind of red outlines to the plates as well, making it even more visual for when you're losing aggro on something or when you don't have aggro on something. And I also recommend getting Omen. But that is everything now. I've done it. Or is it? Let's go through everything again. Yeah, that is everything. So, yes, if you want a more in-depth look at any of the add-ons or anything, say which add-on it is, or say, hey, there's this thing on your screen, I want to know what it was, did you go over it? And I will be more than happy to help. I might do another video that's me per video going through and explaining every single add-on and what you can use it for. Because Tell Me When is it's amazing. You can have it set up to show you certain buffs on targets and bosses, and Tell Me When is hugely good. I use it for such basic things, but yeah, there are other videos online, but if you want me to do it, just say it. I'm more than happy to do it. But I think that's me waffling on long enough now, so yes. I've keybound mouse wheel up and down, so I have to zoom in by pressing buttons. I shall say goodbye with a... Can I do... Oh, no, okay, you can't type. Hang on. There we go. I did a little wave. So, yes, leave a like. Or something. I don't know. Subscribe. Whatever you feel like. And if you want to know anything, by all means leave a comment or something, and I'm more than happy to give you a hand with it. So, I've been Archangel. Bye-bye.